Your English thinking is ruining your Spanish. But don't worry, we're gonna fix it right here in this video. ¿Qué es lo que mi gente? Yo soy Ricky de Bilingue Vlogs. Gracias por estar aquí conmigo, viendo otro video. You already know what we're getting into today, so let's get right into it, mi gente. The first thing is not even wrong. This is not an error, but it does take away your native soundingness. And that would be putting someone's name first as opposed to last in the sentence. In Spanish, we love to put names last. No es verdad, es mentira. Maria Safeway. Maria Safeway. What about that? But loco, I just said it's not incorrect. I said like most natives do this, but like, bro, déjame hacer el video. Anywho, like I said, it's not an error. This is not a mistake. We do have things like, oh, Ricky fue pa'l parque. Oh, Maria se fue. Maria se fue. Like, of course, it does work in Spanish. But most of the time, we're going to put it at the end of the sentence. That's a little native nuance that we have that I want you to start applying to your Spanish. Por ejemplo, vinieron María y Luis. Es como que instead of saying María y Luis vinieron, you can say María y Luis vinieron, pero guys, come on, everybody knows it sounds more native to put it at the end. It's just something that I want you to think about and to consider when you are speaking Spanish, and it's going to help you to have more style. You want to have a native sounding style when you speak Spanish. Tú tienes que poner el nombre al final, mi loco, tú sabes, así de sencillo. Don't shoot the messenger, ¿ok? Tú sabes. Ah, ¿dónde está? Oye, mi loco, pero yo estoy haciendo un video. ¿Qué tú estás haciendo? Oh, lo siento, estoy buscando la palabra did or do because I don't know where to put it in the sentence. Bruh, what? You sound like them. As a matter of fact, y'all gotta stop doing this too. We don't look for the word did or do when we are asking questions in Spanish. It's already a part of the verb, unless the verb is specifically did or do. Por ejemplo, yo hago mi tarea, I do my homework. Or ella hizo ejercicio, she did exercise. If you're not talking about specifically to do something, using the verb hacer, you don't look for the word do. We don't add it in español. We don't add that word in Spanish, okay? What we do is just use the verb itself. Por ejemplo, do you eat fish? ¿Tú comes pescado? All right, that's it. ¿Tú comes pescado? So you see, the do is already in the verb. A lot of you guys who are beginners, some intermediates even, make this mistake of looking for the word do or did. You guys may say something like, oh, tú hiciste, comiste? ¿Qué? Así no, mi loco. No, tú comiste. ¿Comiste? Did you eat? Comiste is already a part of the verb. If you have a do or a did question, just use the verb. Use the verb. Use the verb. Y ya, mi gente, no tienen que agregar hacer. You don't have to add hacer. So I think you guys get my point. That was a little extra bonus to that. But let's go to the next point, mi gente. When we have it before a verb, before an action in English, like, for example, it doesn't work. That's before the action, right? It doesn't work. In Spanish, we don't use lo, la, los, y las. No, no lo hacemos. What we do is just use the verb itself. Por ejemplo, si yo tengo un perrito and the dog bites, I can tell people like, oh, cuidado, muerde, be careful, it bites. So you see in English is it bites. I don't say, oh, lo muerde, because lo muerde will be it bites it. That means that when we do use lo, la, los, or las, it has to be after the action in English. I know that I'm saying your English thinking is ruining your Spanish, but this one, we kind of got to make an exception. We got to think in English because this is the only way that I can relate it to you, so for it to make sense to your English speaking mind. Let me show you the difference. It bites. Muerde. It is before the verb in English. Entonces, we don't use lo, la, los, las. But, do you see it? Lo ves? Lo ves? You see that it in the do you see it is after the action, after the verb. Entonces, en español, sí, usamos lo, la, los, las. Same thing goes with them. If I want to say, if I have two dogs, I want to say they bite. Cuidado, que muerden. Be careful because they bite. They bite. Muerden, they bite. Pero, if I want to say, do you see them? ¿Los ves? ¿Los ves? Do you see them? So the it and the them is after the verb in English. So we can use lo, la, los o las. Okay, por ejemplo, esta vaina aquí. Yo tengo mi cámara de YouTube que yo solía usar para grabar video. Okay? But It's old. Mira que está dañada la vaina, está dañada. Esta vaina como que esta vaina no funciona. No funciona. It doesn't work. No funciona. It doesn't. Entonces, I don't say no la funciona. Yo digo no funciona. Pero if you want to ask me, oh, do you still use it? Todavía la usas? Because you said use it, not it uses, but use it. Then we can use la aquí. ¿Todavía la usa? No, ya no la uso. No, I don't use it anymore. So the it is after the verb use. Entonces podemos decirlo así. Okay, espero que tenga sentido eso. I try to explain that as clear as possible. Tell me if it made sense for you in the comments and show me your examples. Next one that we have es muy común, mi gente. Muy común. And that's you're not using the verb que enough in español. We have to use que to mean that when we're like explaining something. In English, we say stuff like, I think she likes me. She want me. She want me. You can't do that in Spanish, okay? You can't say, oh, yo creo ella le gusto. No. Creo que a ella le gusto. That's a little more complex because I know you guys don't know about le gusto, so let me give you something more simple. I think you can do it. We could say in English, I think that you can do it, but we typically don't. We say, I think you can do it, and that's it. En español, así no funciona, mi loco. En español, decimos, creo que puedes hacerlo o pienso que puedes hacerlo. Le llega. Or sometimes we use a phrase like, oh, the thing is, I don't know what to do. In Spanish, we can't say the thing is. We have to say the thing is that. La cosa es que yo no sé qué hacer. Okay, so you got to use the word que a lot more. Otro ejemplo. I remember he wanted to go to the store. En inglés, pero en español, I remember that he wanted to go to the store. Yo recuerdo que él quería ir para la tienda. You see what I'm talking about? You got to put que. So here are some verbs, some common verbs that need que after them. Creer, que. Pensar, que. Recordar, que. Notar, que. Saber, que. Opinar, que. Suponer, que. Admitir, que. Entender, que. These are the common ones that we need to use que after that you don't use them after in English. There are actually a lot more that are common as well, but I'm reserving those for my students who come learn with me. So if you want to learn Spanish and get this stuff down like a native, come sign up for lessons with Bilingue. Vlogs, mi gente. Stop thinking in English to speak Spanish because son dos idiomas diferentes, mi gente. Besides that one exception I talked to you guys about already. Pero sí, tiene que usar la palabra que. Le llega. This other one's going to rub you out the wrong way, but you're too nice. You're too nice in español, mi gente. You can be polite in Spanish. Simple por favor it's beautiful. Chef's kiss. Pero ustedes quieren hablar así? I hesitate to impose, good sir. Yet, might I trouble you for a little glass of water? Okay, he overdid it a little bit. He's a little weird. Pero, in Spanish, oye, chico, me trae un poquito de agua. Gracias. You know, it's a little more casual. We do like to be polite when we're talking in the usted form. You know, like usted in itself is polite enough, but we can still use commands a little more in Spanish. Oye, mesero. Sí, deme un vasito con agua y tú sabes que como que deme, bla, 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 por favor al final. Okay, we don't gotta get like super, oh, me podrías dar una botella de agua y bla, bla, bla. O, sí, me gustaría, bla, bla, bla. You can, tú puedes. Pero mi gente, ¿tú quieres hablar como nativo o tú quieres hablar como gringuito? Dime tú, ¿cómo tú quieres hablar? Even in Colombia, they say something that I find really strange. Me regala. We are a business. You want me to gift you this thing? But they don't mean it like that. It just really means like can you get me? Can you give me? Pero dicen me regala. Regalar means to gift, by the way. Pero when I first heard it, I'm like, yo, ¿qué? ¿Esto es un negocio? ¿Qué es lo que tú dices? But it works, you know. Me puede dar, me trae. Tranquilo. Somos casuales. Somos como familia. Tú sabes. Entonces, chill out with your Spanish a little bit, okay? This next one. My specialty. You guys know I love accents. And I pick up on things linguistically because I'm an unofficial linguist. Entonces, what y'all are doing is y'all want to pronounce every single syllable of every word. Mi gente, no hacemos en español. I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. El español es un trombone. Spanish is a trombone. we slide over that. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Fíjate en esto. Actually forgot that I already have this video on YouTube that you can watch. It's an interactive video. It teaches you how to speak Spanish with better pronunciation so you can sound like that trombone. So you can sound like you're speaking in cursive, which is how native Spanish speakers speak. Entonces, head over to that video, check it out, participate, and have fun. Así como habla la gente, tú sabes. We skate over that stuff. It don't matter if it's Dominican Spanish. It don't matter if it's Mexican Spanish. It don't matter if it's Colombian Spanish. Spanish is slurred. English is print. Okay? El español is cursive. We slide over that thing, okay? So I need you to stop pronouncing every single thing. And a way to get over this, well, number one, you can take the accent mastery consultation with Bilingue blog. Or another thing you can do for the free is shadowing. Sing along the songs. Watch a movie, but don't just watch it. Line by line, repeat the lines exactly how that person says it, just so you can see how it is. Put the subtitles on if you want. You're gonna see they're not pronouncing all those words, mi gente. They're not pronouncing all those syllables. We connect them, especially when it's vowels next to each other. Por ejemplo, no he hecho nada. Here's how I would say it. No he hecho nada. No he hecho nada. So the no he hecho becomes no he. No he hecho. No he hecho. No he hecho nada. And nada becomes either not in the way that I speak, but I made a little bit of effort to put a D in there. So nada, nada. No he hecho nada. Pero en RD, Puerto Rico, Cuba, no he hecho nada. No he hecho nada. Sounds like one word, don't it? Exactly, because Spanish is cursive. Spanish is a trombone, and you gotta learn to speak that way. Cálmate, mi loco. Mira, tú sabes que todavía estoy grabando. Me quema mis brazos. Oh, you want to speak Spanish? That was a good try, but in Spanish, we don't own our body parts. Okay? We do not own our body parts. I mean, unless you're just pointing to your body part, like, oh, mi brazo, mi pescuezo, cosas así. Pero when it's a sentence and you're talking about doing something to your body part, you don't own it. For example, I was in second grade. This Mexican girl, she has some really long dark hair, and somebody touched her hair. She said, "Don't touch me the head." And I was like, why she say it like that? That sounds weird. Years later, I found out that because she was thinking in Spanish when she was speaking English. No me toques, don't touch me. El pelo. So we don't own our body parts in Spanish when somebody's doing something to them. Okay? Yo no cepillo mis dientes. Me cepillo. I brush myself. The teeth. Me cepillo los dientes. Okay? No me toques el brazo. Ah, me duele la pierna. Okay? No me duele mi pierna. Me duele la pierna. Okay? Entonces, you don't own your body parts when you're talking about doing stuff to them or things happening to them en español. Do people still say it? Do natives still say it? Do they mess up? Of course they do. Just like we mess up with stuff in English that's not technically correct. But if you want to speak correct Spanish, universally, tú tienes que hablar así, mi gente. Okay? Anywho, mi gente, that's it for today's video. You've learned how your English thinking is ruining your Spanish speaking. Entonces, if you like this video and you want more like this, hype it up so that way it gets more exposure and I can see that people really are rocking with it because this is a trial. This is my first type of video like this. Entonces, I can give you guys way more tips for how to make your Spanish sound like a native because that's what we're all about here at Bilingue Blogs. Don't forget to share this video like crazy, like it, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed because I'm back. Also, let me know what videos you guys want to see around Miami. I'm back here for a good while. I don't plan on traveling for a good minute. I gotta get some things done around here. Entonces, let me know what you want to see around here since we have so many Spanish speakers. Pero hasta aquí el video de hoy, mi gente. Y nos fuimos.